Hey Sonic, we'll get going here in a minute, man. Thanks for popping on. We're gonna bottle some delicious beer. Just getting the streaming computer set up. Part of it's gonna be me cleaning, so that'll be kind of boring, but I'm gonna stream it. I'm not sure. It's kind of few and far in between, so yeah. Give me a couple minutes here as I get stuff set up, but today will be about an hour-ish. We're gonna bottle. We do, man. I'm glad you're here. And you followed. Thank you. Thanks for being a part of the brew crew, man. Appreciate it. Cool. Thank you. I'll start the cameras up here in a sec. I'm just getting stuff set to clean. I'm gonna bottle kind of solo today, so I'm a little disorganized. And this is kind of last minute, so let me know if the music's too loud. Does it sound okay with me talking? Is it a good volume in the background? So it's kind of cool. Thank you. I'm almost ready to clean, so part of this is going to be me cleaning. So I guess I'll just, you know what? Let's just start the cameras now, a couple minutes early. What the hell? All right. Wrong one. There we go. So we're here in the kitchen. We're going to bottle our smoked caramel ale that we did. This is our first brew day stream. So what I'm going to do is we're getting stuff clean. I'm going to clean buckets and stuff that we need. Just arranging that. Cool. So, hey Sonic. Thanks for the follow again, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm going to clean some stuff, like this bucket up here. Where's the camera? Where is it? Why isn't that on? Oh, the camera froze. Let's fix that. Let's fix this setting. There we go. Cool, so yeah, so eventually we're going to have a bucket up here and we'll have some other activity going on, but I'll turn that camera kind of toward the sink and I'll be over there kind of cleaning a little bit of stuff, so I won't watch the chat a whole lot, but you can kind of hang out. You do get points, you get bottles. So what I'll do here, hold on, since you're first time watching here, let's do this. Let me give you some bottles to play with. You can go on a, there you go. You can go on a bottle run, or a beer run rather. You can spin them kind of like a roulette and all that stuff. So yeah, no problem, man. Let me get started on cleaning and stuff, and we'll go from there. So I'll be over there kind of hanging out. Whoop. Come on now. It's good to use the cameras the right way. Cool, so we'll get going here, hang out. I'll be back to talk to you here shortly. So I'll kind of talk as I'm doing this. Hopefully you can hear me over the water. I'm going to wash a few things that we need. So we're going to use this, which is a hydrometer. This will tell us how much of the yeast, or how much of the sugar that the yeast ate, and will help us figure out how strong of a beer this is going to be. So we're going to wash that. We actually don't need a thermometer, so I'm not going to use that right now. The bucket has one, which is great. We're going to use a sugar calculator to figure out how much priming sugar we have to add in. Because what we're going to do now is put them in bottles, put this beer in bottles, and get it ready to carbonate. And we do that with this stuff, which is basically just corn sugar. We're going to add probably 5 ounces or so in this little pot. We'll wash this, and we're going to add some water to it, turn it into like a sugar syrup, and add it to our bottling bucket, which I'll wash here in a second as well. So we'll get to all this good stuff here. This little bowl is going to be to hold our bottle caps. Here on the side, I'll show you when we get to that step. So we use a sanitizer and a cleanser. So I'm going to count out some caps here. So we're going to use gold caps because it's a caramel beer. So I'm going to cut those open. And I want about 50. So let's turn over here so you can see what I'm doing. So this is sanitizer 246. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 58, 9, 60. We use 60 of those because I tend to bend them. Kelly is really better at bottling than I am. So we'll use these caps with this capper here in a little bit. But I'm going to keep washing all the stuff now. So I'll bring the camera back around. I'm going to show the sink and stuff. So, but that's what we're doing. We're basically going to bottle the beer, try to be as clean as we can. Nice, gamble away. Do it. So I'll keep watching stuff and kind of talk through it as I go. This really was kind of... I didn't decide to stream until about 2 hours ago, and I really wasn't ready. But I think it's good to do both. I wanted to do... I couldn't decide for tomorrow's bottling day which beer to bottle. So Backdraft said I should do both. And I thought about it, and I'm like, you know, we could totally do both. So we are. We're going to use this tool here. This is called an auto siphon. It kind of fits together like this. This will help us pump the beer from the bucket over there into our bottling bucket here, and we'll use gravity and a tube to get it in there. So I'm washing all this stuff. The nice thing about the tubing is it's pretty stiff and doesn't work a lot, it doesn't move a lot, but if you add hot water to the mix, it works. So the biggest thing with beer brewing is to be clean and sanitize. So we're just kind of getting ready to transfer our beer into our bottling bucket, and then we'll go, I'll fill all the bottles, I'll get those out of the dishwasher. So yeah, cleanliness is the biggest part of, like, cleaning, it's the biggest and most important thing. So we like to be clean, sanitize everything, so we cleanse it with a, it's called PBW cleanser, and then I sanitize it in Star Sand, which is kitchen grade sanitizer, and you mix it very weak enough, diluted enough where you can add it in. This is our bucket opener. We just kind of wash everything. I feel bad, we kind of cleaned the whole kitchen today and I'm already messing it up with stuff. With water all over. So this is our bottling wand. We'll use this after we transfer it into our bottling bucket. This is what we use to fill the bottles. The nice thing about bottling day is I can do this on the fly and stream it because it takes about an hour, and like you don't have to wash a whole lot on the front end, which is freaking amazing. Chat here. Yeah, I don't really enforce it though. I haven't yet. I only had one person ask, and I forgot about the rule, and I found it later. So, yeah. So I've got the bucket left to do, and then we'll kind of rearrange some stuff and get the bucket kind of on camera too, and we'll check the gravity reading, and we'll check the temperature. And we're going to pull up our priming sugar calculator and get that going. So I want to do one more thing here. Give me 1 second as I pull up. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Cool, that's done. So Sonic, how are you doing today? What time is it? Like 8 o'clock there? Backwards there, so better. Alright. Well, I'm going to go finish washing the bottling bucket, get that assembled, and we can then open the beer and see what it's doing. So, give me a couple minutes. So our bottling bucket is a typical brewing bucket, but it has a hole here for the spout that we just washed. So we'll add that in there as well. I'm gonna clean it out. With brewing, I basically clean everything before and after. So you can then do kind of quick cleans when you start, because you know you scrubbed it when you were done. So at the end of the day today, I'll scrub the heck out of it. And we'll be good to go. I kind of wish I had a strobe like El Rude. He's part of the Creative Mix team. He has a dish height, and he has a rainbow colored strobe that goes off. And it was yesterday. It just brought me so much joy. It was great. I loved it. Oh, somebody followed. What's going on here? Oh, Calistraza, thank you for the host. How you doing? How's the brewing going? So what I'm doing is using our sanitizer. We used our sand to sanitize everything and get the bottling bucket ready. I'm done washing for now. It's really why I like bottling day, because it is really the fastest day in the brewing process. So I'm adding our spout, and I'm making sure I close it. I didn't close it a couple bottling days ago. Cool, lurk away. And yeah, Calistraza is brewing today as well, which is awesome. I don't think they're not streaming it, but they're just doing it, posting pictures in Discord. So I got our nozzle on our bottling bucket here, as you can see. Yeah, we could. So this is closed. This will go on the floor for a little bit here. Then we move the beer over. We're doing our smoked caramel ale, named after our dog, Ray. You can see the label up there on the screen. So I've got our corn sugar. I need our bucket opener and our sanitizer here. Let's get this so you guys can see it. A brew off would be fun. I'll bring this over here. Can't stop, won't stop moving. Nothing got this music in my mind, and it's gonna be alright. I'm gonna sing randomly today too. So this is our beer. It's been fermenting for. We brewed this on June 17th. It was our first stream. Yeah, it's our stream anniversary. So. Our first beer. So I'm gonna get the hydrometer. We're gonna open this bad boy up. I'm gonna spray the lid with some sanitizer here. Whoop, pardon my head.
You're excited. Feel these nipples.
Somebody's hitting buttons. I like it. And our hydrometer. So we're gonna check the gravity reading here and see how this looks. We're gonna open it up. This should be ready. It's been a month.
Bad guy in a little coat.
Oh, I'm not doing the dance today.
Bad guy in a little coat.
Take it off, dickhead. I'm serious.
Richard, what's happening?
I love that. Alright, let me get this lid off here. The problem with using buckets, these friggin' lids are so hard to get off. It's a pain. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Can you guys see that? Let's get nice and close here and see if you guys can see that there. It's a nice dark color. Yeah, thanks. So we're going to check the gravity here. I'm going to pull up on my freaking phone and see where we're supposed to be with this recipe and see if we're there. And then we'll know our ABV. We can then figure out how much sugar we need to use with our priming sugar calculator. You always want to check that. A lot of times when home brewers start, they just dump 5 ounces in. That can be explosive depending on the beer, or you can overcarb it. So we should be at 1.019. I'm going to look here and see where we were on brew day. This app, I use Brewer's Friend, and the app is not great. So our number is 1.01, 6.01, so it did better than we thought it would. Let's see here. Brew session. So we did this one, yeah. Brew log. On brew day, we hit an ABV of 1.071. So our ABV calculator, this is gonna be strong. Holy shnikes. So we were 1.071. Today we're 1.00. So, holy shit, we just made an 8% beer. Yeah, that's great. So let's check a priming sugar calculator. Straza, I don't know if you use it, but the Northern Brewer priming sugar calculator is great. Like, you pick the style you want to do, and it tells you how much sugar you need to do. Hello, Pike ZH638. Thank you for the follow-up. Thanks for being here and being part of the brew crew. I appreciate you being here. We are bottling beer today. This is a beer we brewed on June 17th, and we're now going to bottle it. So I'm kind of doing that process. So you're here to kind of see the results, the back end of home brewing, if you will. So yeah, thank you for being here. Thanks for that follow. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out a little bit on your Saturday. I want to go to my recipes and see what I marked this one at. So this is a smoked caramel ale that we did. We just kind of made it up. You can see the label there in the middle of the screen. It's our base. We made it in honor of our dog Ray. So this is classic smoked style beer. All right, well that's good to know. Let's look up the priming sugar calculator. Dark ale. So we're gonna say a brown ale. 2.4. And the temperature, nice thermometer on the side, is 68 degrees. And we have probably about 5.5 gallons there. So we need 4.57 ounces of our sugar. So for our 8% beer, this is going to be great. So I'm going to get that ready here. I've got my scissors. I'm going to dip in sanitizer. I'm going to dip the bag here. Actually, I'm just going to spray the bag, I think. Where the heck did I stick the sanitizer spray? Whoop, there it is. So we're just going to use plain corn syrup here. I'm going to turn our scale on. Let's bring this around so you can see what I'm talking about. There's our little pot. Pardon the wire. It's all in the way. Alright, that's better. So we're going to add 4.57 ounces of corn sugar here. We'll add that with some water. We're going to heat it up on the stove. I'm going to kind of do this. Just waking up in the morning, be well. Lots of sugar. There's 4 ounces. Oh, shit. Alright, that's a little much, so we're going to go do this. Come on. So this is going to go in the sink. I'm just going to pitch this because... Cool. So yeah, you want to be fairly close. We don't want to bottle bomb, so I'm just going to do this. So I'll set this kind of off the side now. We don't need the scale. Bring this back around. Show the beer again and the stove. Kind of, yeah, that's probably good, I think. Get some water in here. So it doesn't take a lot. You just need enough water to dissolve in the stove, or on the stove. Just going to kind of keep this moving. Yeah, they are kind of like, they do kind of look like pogs in there. So this is going to be a pretty dry beer. There'll be some sweetness and some maltiness. This beer was created using 5 or 6 different kinds of malts, I think. 1 or 2 hops, so it's not going to be very hoppy. Let me pull that recipe up as we're talking here, and we can I can talk about it more intelligently. So I used pale ale malt, 3 types of caramel crystal malts, and then I used 2 pounds of smoked malts. I cannot. If you type !legal, there's a command, and I cannot sell you my beer because I am a home brewer. So if you are ever in the Chicago area, I will share. Because I cannot sell it yet. I'm not licensed. So I used 2 ounces of hops in this, so it's medium hoppiness. But the yeast outperformed what the computer said it would. So we're just kind of letting this clear up here. When the liquid is clear, we'll dump it in our bottling bucket there on the floor. And we're going to get ready to taste this, because it should taste like flat warm beer, which can be gross, but you get a good idea what it's going to taste like, and we'll see how smoky it is. I'm a little nervous about the smokiness on this one. I did a pepper beer, and we used like a pound of the smoked malt, and it had a lot of smokiness, so I'm a little worried that I may have used too much, but we'll see. That's part of the fun of home brewing, is you do your own recipes. It's kind of like cooking. You make your own recipe, you follow it as closely as you want. And as this is draining, we'll show that as it's going from the one bucket to the other one. We want to get as much off of the yeast in there as we can. Almost done. We're going to let that sit a second. I'm going to get a Ziploc bag for the sugar. So I have a pound. I just bought a pound today when I went and bought the bottles. I didn't feel like washing them, so I just went and bought new bottles. So we'll close this off and we'll let this sit in the cabinet, get it as airtight as we can, and we bottle tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central. We'll bottle our Mexican lager, Adios Bichachos, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central. We'll use some more of the sugar then. But for now, it's done its job. But I am going to get our tasting glass, and I must ask you a question. Do you like the glass? I do. This is what we use every time we taste a beer when we bottle it. So get that ready. Yeah, so that's good. Oh, cool. Our sugar's ready. We're gonna add this to our bottling bucket. Down there. Let that cool down for a minute or two, because we don't want it super hot and boiling. Man, it's gonna be a strong beer. I love it. So I like to watch when I go along. Our hydrometer is glass. It's like the old school glass thermometers. I want to watch that and get that out of there. Get it out of the way, because I don't want to break it. So today you got my Spotify list on, so we're listening to what I want to. So I'm going to pick this bucket up and kind of shake it some, swirl it around a little bit. I think while that's kind of sitting there, I'm going to now open the dishwasher here and I'm going to get bottles out. So I'm just going to open that for a second, let it cool down. So the nice thing is, nice Mike. So discovered a great joy with home brewing. Kilostraza, I don't know if you found this out yet, but I don't even know if you bottle it. I can't keg yet, because I don't have a kegerator, I don't have room, but so we bottle, and if you get bottles brand new, and you just put them in a high temp scrub and a sanitize cycle in the dishwasher, it takes care of it. Because washing bottles by hand sucks so bad. I hate it. So, yeah, I'm going to pull those out here and get them staged. Nice on it. Alright, so I'm going to pull bottles out, get those ready to go. And then that should then give us enough time to have all the wonderful sugar cool down. and our beer will eat that sugar when it's in the bottles. So this took about an hour to figure out how to get these all to fit, which doesn't seem like it should take that long, but we do a bunch. So we're gonna pull these out so they can cool down kind of on their own on the counter. I realize I'm walking right by the mic, so it's probably getting really loud, and I'm probably doing like the Grover thing, like near, far, near, far. So usually tomorrow Kelly will help with bottling. She's great at capping. Today we've got her sister coming over. They're going to be talking about some stuff and hanging out. So it'll be just me today. So I'll fill some bottles. I'll cap some and kind of assembly line it as best as I can. And then I will do the labels when we're done with that. So. Oh, somebody said something. Nice, Golden Baby. Cool. As a reminder, my streams are 18 plus, so if you're under 18, you gotta go. Because we are talking about beer, which is alcohol. Turn that off.
Dude, I'm not gonna cave in. End of story, dude.
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 Dude. Dude.
Dude.
Dude.
Dude.
Dude.
Dude. All right. A few more bottles here, and then we should be ready to transfer our beer into our bottling bucket, and then we'll start the whole bottling process.
That guy in a little coat. That guy in a little coat.
Don't.
That guy in a little coat. That guy in a little coat.
That guy in a little coat.
Take it off, dickhead. I'm serious.
Richard, what's happening?
Oh, I love that movie. Such a funny movie. So here's our labels for today. Wow. Kilostraza, I did send you the link to these on Amazon. They're like $9 for 600 labels, and they're great. They stick pretty well. Getting them off the bottles isn't so bad. So. So I planned for 54 bottles each batch, and we get 50 to 54 depending on how much beer we get. Any extra bottles we save for the next batch, and then go from there. We just rerun them through the dishwasher. All right, so let's get ready and get this set up here, and get this beer transferred, shall we? All right. Yeah, that's good. So I'm gonna pull this here. And we'll just go down like that so you can watch that bucket. Yeah, what the hell. Cool, give me a sec. Get the equipment. Go around here. So we're gonna get our auto siphon and our tubing. And we're gonna let gravity do most of the work for us, because that's what you do. So I'm going to attach the tubing to the one part of the siphon, slide that into this. We have basically a pump now. Oh, that is beautiful. Where's my phone to take a picture of that? That's a nice smoky amber kind of color. Yeah, this looks good. Let's pull this up. Beautiful color. Taking some pictures to share later. we're gonna try to get some of this here. I need Kelly's hands. Alright. It's not going the way I wanted, but trying to get this out. So we'll wait to pour some out until it's transferred to the other bucket, and I'll do it that way. It's harder when it's one person. So, yeah, we'll wait. We'll let this get filled up and see how much we get here. The problem is there's yeast in the bottom of the bucket. I don't want to pull that up in the sample I try. And I can't let go of this thing, the auto siphon here. So we'll just kind of wait a minute or two. And we get it up on the counter. We'll be good to go. Unless I can get Kelly to come in here. Which I might do. We'll see if we can get her to come get this. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. This bottling day I like because you can get it done in an hour, hour and a half. With 2 people, with 1, we'll see how this goes today. I'll have the camera look at some of the, when I'm bottling, how you fill it up. And then we'll switch over and we'll cap a bunch. So, here comes Kelly now. Would you mind helping get a sample? Because I can't let this go. I can't get without getting yeast. Cool, that's good. Cool, so Kelly helped get a sample. She's going to taste. What do you think? She never tells me what she thinks. I'll show this in a sec, but 8% Kel.
It's good, I like it.
Yeah, this is pretty friggin' tasty here. So yeah, this is kind of the extent of what we do here right now with bottling. Looks like we got about a gallon of trube or yeast gunk in the bottom of our bucket here. You can kind of see the ring here around this yeast. This was yeast. What that's called a krausen. When your yeast is eating and it's happy and going to town, it will eat that all the sugar you put into the beer, and a lot of times you get a layer of yeast on top of the beer called krausen. And then you know when you're ready to bottle when that krausen falls and it starts to settle at the bottom of the beer. Usually it's 2 to 3 weeks. Some beers, I usually go 3 weeks into beer. This one we did 4 weeks. So, yes, look at that deliciousness. I'll show the color here. It's not Coca-Cola color. It's a little lighter. So I'll show here on the other camera when I'm done holding this and getting this pumped over. So bear with me. We're about halfway done pumping, maybe a little more than halfway. We should end up with about 5.5 gallons, which is great. That'll give us about 52 to 54 bottles. So I guess right on bottles. We'll see how this kind of plays out here. We've got about 4 gallons now. Should have about a gallon and a half left. Get that in there. Get it ready to go. And I'll lift the bottling bucket up on the stand here on the bar, which you've seen on brew days before. We use that to as our third tier, our top tier, with our hot liquor tank to rinse the grains off. So it's a multi-purpose stand. And my brother-in-law helped make that. We made it with some scrap wood, which is great. It's amazing how handy you can be. And I think what I want to do at some point when I get a couple weeks downtime, I want to sand it and stain it maybe, or even just seal it, but get the rough edges off. I think I don't want to mess up. I like the rough work, the rough look on it. It's pretty badass looking, I think. But I do want to kind of get rid of some of the splinters because those suck. So we're getting down here to the end. So when I first started bottling beer, I thought you had to keep pumping. No, you just go a couple times and let gravity work. And yeah, I felt like an idiot that day. Somebody hit you blew a button for me. This is very pretty beer here. It's very ray colored. So we're getting down to the bottom.
And I don't care.
I know you don't care, but I do. I like making beer, it's fun. Almost a 5.5, which is great. Got about a half a gallon left to go.
You blew it!
I didn't! We did it. We did all right. So I'm going to pull the hose out here gently because I don't want to make a mess. Just going to kind of plug that up. I'll show what happens here in the bottom of the bucket. Oh, shit! And make a mess at the same time. Nobody tell Kelly. Don't do it! Nobody say anything. Oops. None of the paper towels can't clean up. Or towels. Wipe that cabinet in because I did blow it. So let's bring this over here. Let's talk for a sec. So we talk about brewing and yeast. So if you look at the bottom there, see that gunk? Like this stuff down here? That's our yeast. So the yeast can put nasty flavors and stuff. So
We got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets
heads are falling off. So we're just gonna basically rinse this down the drain and get rid of it. Some people like to harvest their yeast and they use it over again. So I'm gonna bring this up here. Here's a nice stand here. I'm gonna put that bucket. So I'm gonna be strongman and lift this. So now that's mixed nicely. Turn our spout over here. It's still closed, which is good. I'm gonna get our bottling wand and we're gonna start getting this all nice and ready to go. Can't see. This one monitor thing sucks. All right, so let me get our bottling wand and we'll start bottling these here. But let's start. Actually, hold on. Let's do this. Here is what our beer looks like. It's a nice smoky kind of color there. It's nice and it's caramely, what we wanted. So it's very pretty. Oh. No paint water in there. Just 5 different kinds of malts. That tastes pretty good. So I'll bring it over here with this camera too. That's shiny and pretty. Yay. So we did it. We did a smoked caramel ale. Fucking awesome. Alright. Bottling wine. And this is where it's going to get interesting. To see if I have enough frickin' space to do this. We should. We'll see how this goes. So I'm going to bring a towel over here on the floor because this bottling wand drips. So the way this works is there's this little button on the bottom here. And when you push against the bottom of the bucket, bottom of the bottle, that goes in and that's when the beer comes out. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if PT would. So we're going to attach this to the spout. I'm going to start kind of ripping through these bottles here and getting them all ready to go. So we don't want to get too much oxygen into the beer here, because if we do, we're going to end up with a big mess. So we fill them up. You don't fill them up all the way either, because you don't want bottle bombs. So we try to get as little oxygen in these bottles and keep some room so when you have carbonation go, it's not too full. So we'll probably get, I'm going to get, say, you can call me out of here, I'm going to say 53 bottles. No, 52. I'll say 52 bottles out of this. So you guys can call me on it. We'll count them at the end. All right. So if I do have 52, that means we'll have 2 bottles left when it's all said and done. So thanks for taking time to hang out today. All right, make sure that everything looks good. There. Can't wait to get done because then I can go outside and hang out with everybody too on the deck. It's a gorgeous day here. So, you can hear my text noise is one of the guys from the Human Echoes, Joe. They were playing golf with friends one night, and Joe was frustrated and he spouted off goddamn cracker butts, which I then turned into a beer for them. We did a graham cracker ale because it was candy kind of themed course that he was on. So that is also my text noise. He sent me the quick clip of it and I pulled the audio off and made it my text message noise. So I hear Joe every time I get a text message, which I don't think he knows that. I'm getting lots of texts. So yeah, this is pretty much it. You kind of assembly line stuff here. So I'm gonna get all of these ready to get capped, and then I'll rearrange stuff here, and we'll bottle as well. You guys can kind of watch that. So this is kind of nice. I feel like the FTL is actually working in the kitchen. I ran a Cat 5 cable from our modem into the kitchen to make that happen, and I'm glad that it seems to be working. Hopefully it is. Sounds like it. I did a couple checks before I started, and yeah, so that'll be nice for brew day, kind of more real-time stuff. Kilostrazo, if you're still around, what besides brewing today, what else you got going on for the weekend? You got any cooking streams? Are you streaming? Kilostrazo is part of the Creative Mix team here, and if someone hits !Creative Mix, that'll take you to our team page. It's basically a group of streamers. We cook, we bake, we grill, we garden, yoga, you name it, we kind of do it as a group. It's a great group, and a non-traditional gaming site streamer. So it's a good group. I just realized too I don't have the logo on my stream. Oops. Have to fix that for tomorrow if I can. So they're a good group. Their kitchen setup, man. Her and her husband, they have like 8 cameras, and it's amazing. I am in awe of that. Like I've got 3, and I'm happy with these 3. Getting those all to work, it's impressive, and I love it. And there's so many good ideas. Like Chef has been huge. Chef Rob Blake is kind of the leader of the group, and he got to go to New York. He's been featured, like the WASD videos they do. He was on that. He's done mobile streams, like working out. Today he's gardening with his phone and streaming, and it's pretty cool. But his outdoor setup is pretty dope too. And then yesterday, Elrude 9. He has a dish hype thing, and it's a strobe light. It's a rainbow strobe light. It's friggin' great. It's just over the sink, and I kept giggling about it, and I keep going on about it because it's awesome, and I love it. And he throws up a dish hype hashtag when he does cleaning and stuff, and it's fun. Yesterday he cooked. He streamed like he was going at least 6 hours when I stopped watching. So he was going to town and cooking. He made like little chocolate cakes, pie, bundt cakes with some glaze, a quiche. Dude did a lot. So, but this weekend, no brew days. I try to brew only when my daughters are with their mom. I try not to brew when they're here because it does take 6 or so hours, and I don't want to take that time away from them. I'd rather hang out with them, play games, play out back. Like bottling days though, like this is easy. This is like an hour and a half. So we started about 45 minutes ago, and we'll be done here We'll see. An hour maybe. I don't know how long it's going to take me to do all this on my own. So, I'm limited on space, so this is going to get interesting here. Usually when we don't stream, this setup is over like where the computer is. And we have another like, 3 feet of space, so I need to get a cart for my laptop, I think. I think that would help a lot. A lot. Hopefully everybody's having a good weekend, a great Saturday so far. It's gorgeous weather here. Having a lot of fun. We got our chores done this morning, which means tomorrow we can screw around and we're gonna go see Spider-Man Homecoming with the girls. And like 1 or 2 errands, but then we have like all day to just veg out and do nothing after our stream. So we're gonna bottle our other beer tomorrow at 10. So hopefully you guys can come back and check that out. It'll be 2 of us, so hopefully it'll go a little faster. And you can see kind of Kelly bottling and me filling. Usually we don't have this backlog of bottles sitting here like this, so that's alright. It's kind of fun doing this all on my own. I've only bottled 1 other batch on my own, and that's because Kelly was on a deposition and she was pretty busy. She's a lawyer, so she's pretty busy. So, yeah. Alright. But thanks for taking part of your day to kind of hang out as I bottle some delicious caramel ale, smoked ale. I think we might try some here, see if Kelly's sister wants to try a couple of them. We'll see. Gonna run out of room. Holy shnikes. Maybe I'll do a couple more here and then go and bottle a few. Seems like a good idea. We'll see. I'm still love you like that. Trying to think how many batches of beer this is total that we've done. I'm not 100% sure. Hold on 1 second here. I want to do a little bit of finagling here if I can. Bear with me. I'm trying to talk a little softer too because the camera's right there and I don't want to make you guys deaf. That doesn't seem like the nice thing to do. There, that's a little better. Alright, so we made a little more room now. And the nice thing about bottling day too is we're super close to being able to drink the beer. And also, it doesn't get so hot in the kitchen because we're not boiling stuff for an hour, hour and a half, and then trying to cool it down, and it's way easier. You're not cleaning all the big pots out. Basically, I have to clean 2 buckets and a couple pieces of tubing and plastic, and we're done. I still have to cap all these and get labels on them, but that's okay. That's easy. So, our next brew day will be Friday, the 21st. We're going to brew a Danish lager. It's a recipe. It came over from Casper, the Friendly Dutchman. If you know him online, he's pretty cool dude. But he sent the recipe, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit, but I didn't really change a whole lot. I had to convert from kilograms to pounds, but that's okay. But it looks like it's going to be a pretty decent beer, and we're going to call it Owls in the Bard, which is a Danish phrase, I believe. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that beer. If you want, if you scroll down, we have the whole schedule. I have the next week's schedule on there. And then underneath that is, I've got a link to our schedule for the rest of the year. And I have some on brew days, some openings. So if you have a type of beer you want to see brewed on stream, feel free to tweet me or send me something in the chat here on during our brew chat. Pop on Thursdays at 3, and let's talk about what we can add beer-wise. Have a couple ideas and added a couple things. We're going to do a cranberry ale for Thanksgiving, and I may try some actual like bread in the mash too to see how that works. There's a bakery here that does that. They work with one of the breweries, and they've done a couple beers like that where they've used grain and bread in their mash, and I'm interested to see that and kind of do like a stuffing and cranberry beer, not spicy with any, you know, spices from stuffing, but get a nice cranberry flavor. I think a little tartness to it. I want a dry beer. We did our cherry beer with cherries from Door County, and I love it. It turned out really great. It's not bitter, it's not sour, but it's got some good cherry tartness, and I love it. So we're gonna do our beers for our Star Wars marathon. That'll be awesome. I can't wait for that marathon, plus making those beers. We're doing a beer for the first 7 episodes, so we're going to do 7 batches of beer this fall. The first one's going to be a lager. Then we're going to do an IPA, a really hoppy IPA for Attack of the Clones, because that movie sucked. So the beer is going to be really bitter and make you pucker. A Saison for Revenge of the Sith. A new ale, just an ale. A Bock for Empire Strikes Back. A coffee porter for Return of the Jedi, and then we're going to do a blueberry cream ale for The Force Awakens. It'll be blueberry because R2's in it for not that long. So, and the lightsaber that they have, they're fighting over, is blue. And then we're going to Uber on over to the theater, and we're going to watch Episode 8. One of my friends is like, well, we're going to get hammered. I'm like, no, we don't have to. Like, the nice thing is, we can not drink all 48, 50 beers of each kind and have like one. But we're going to marathon all the movies, and I can't wait. I'm a Star Wars nerd. That'll be fun, though. So we're more than midway here on the bottles. We've got about 2 gallons left of beer in the bucket. It's marked, and you can kind of see the shadow of where it's at here on the outside, on the inside. So we're just going to kind of rip through these, get these bottled. And then our next brew day will be the 21st, and then that's it for July. We're going to take a nice long weekend and go out of town. We're going to take like 3-4 cases of our beer and go hang out at the beach for 5 days. I'll mobile stream. I think when I figured out a way to get my phone set up on a tripod with, I disassembled my selfie stick, and I can use that with the mini tripod that I have. So I think that'll be fun. We're going to do some tastings at one of the local breweries up there, so that'll be entertaining, I think, and be a good time. But we'll do a couple streams up there, and then that Thursday, maybe we'll do that as our beer tasting or as a brew chat on the 27th. And then we're back the next week, and we will actually may do a bottling day or something on the 31st, or transfer a beer on the 31st, because I think we have something we have to transfer. We'll do that. And then brew day, we'll brew, I look at the schedules, once or twice that weekend. We may brew Saturday and Sunday and stream both of those. That'll be fun. So in a little bit here, I'm going to have to tilt this bucket to get the rest out, to get as much out as we can. So I probably won't talk as much because I'll probably concentrate. All right. Sorry, I'm checking something here. That's good. At the math. Oh, a little M&M. We are 18 plus, so that's fine. Maybe we should just skip that song. There we go, that's better. Maybe we don't want the swears on the stream. Do 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 do. Clings to me like cellophane, fake plastic submarine, driving me insane. But now it's over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Probably 11 more bottles, 12 more bottles here to fill, and then we will cap away. Kappa, kappa, kappa. It's a sorority, I think, isn't it? I don't know. Or it's Delta, Delta, Delta. I didn't think it was a real thing. I thought it was just a joke on a movie. I can't remember what movie now. Maybe it was Saturday Night Live. Alright, let me move a couple bottles here. It's over. Such a nice boy. Knock me down till we see eye. Making a little room. Now let's keep filling these bottles up. So, yep, we got about 10 bottles left to fill. Usually there's 2 of us. We've got company, so Kelly's hanging out on the deck. I originally hadn't planned to stream this one today, but that'll be fun because I wanted to do this. I want to do both beers. Tomorrow's beer is a fun name. It's Adios Bichachos. It's a Mexican lager. And today has a special meaning because this was the first beer that we brewed during a stream. So Backdraft suggested that we do both. So we're doing both. It's a little impromptu stream. I'm filling all the bottles first. Then I'll kind of move this stand out of the way a little bit, and we'll start bottling, and then we'll label them, and then I'll be done. So normally on bottling days, it takes us about an hour and a half, but doing it solo takes a little longer. That's all right. We're just kind of chilling out today. It's a nice, lazy Saturday, so hopefully you guys are having a good Saturday. Hopefully you got yard work done. Maybe you're barbecuing or at the pool or something. That'd be cool. Don't be in the water, though, as if you drop your phone or computer, that'd probably not be good. So... But our beer turned out pretty well. It's about 8%, which thought it was going to be 6.8%. The yeast ate a little more than we thought. So, but I'll show the color here. It's a nice kind of caramely kind of color. Good smokiness in there, good maltiness. This is going to be a good one to drink. So we'll try this one in 2 weeks. Let's see. It is the 15th. On the 3rd, August 3rd, we'll try this one on during the brew chat. So I'll let you know how it is. So, link that just popped up there, that's a list of all my recipes that I've brewed. Happy to share them, happy to talk about them. I all grain brew now. There's nothing wrong with extract brewing. It's how I started. I like the control, and I like being able to build the recipes completely and use different grains, and it's a lot. So much about brewing is science, and it's great. I love that. So I think I saw someone popping in. Hey, Kevmation, how are you? Good afternoon. How are you doing? Thanks for coming on and watching Bottling Day. So got about a gallon-ish left. I'm gonna start tipping this bucket here to get more out, so it goes more toward the spout. But how you doing? How's your Saturday? Yep. I'm gonna tip it now. So it's good when you're filling your bottles to not overfill, because we are going to have them carbonate. The yeast will eat the little bit of sugar we added here today into the bottling bucket, the bucket that I'm using right now. The yeast that's still alive in the beer will eat that sugar, and since the bottles will be capped and sealed, they will eat that and carbonate or carb our beer. So if you fill the bottles too full or you calculate wrong, you could have an explosion and a mess. Luckily, thankfully, we haven't had that happen yet. We came close, but thankfully, we've mathed correctly. So, but yeah, I like the taste of this beer. This is gonna be. I'm excited for this one. So you can see the label up there, top center of the screen. Our dog Ray, she's a lab mix. She's a great dog. She has irritable bowel disease, and she has a special diet. She eats duck and pea. That's the kind of food she eats. It's a science diet thing. So she doesn't get treats, which sucks. I would love to take some of these grains that we use and make them into dog treats, but we're not sure what exactly her stomach has a problem with, so we can't give her anything. It's kind of like trial and error, and the error side of it is poops, bad poops. Like, you know, I don't want to talk about it while making beer, but liquid poops, it's bad. And I want to clean that up. So we've got her on a pretty strict diet, but she's a sweet dog. She thinks she's a lap dog. She likes when I work outside or go for a run or brew because she likes to lick and kiss, and she goes to town on your legs, and it's entertaining when she does it. So we're getting down to the last few bottles here. I'm thinking 2 more. Bring the other one over. If we get 54 out of this, I'm going to be shocked. It's a nice full batch. Usually we go 50 to 54 bottles. Typically it's 50. But we'll see here. It's got 1 or 2 maybe in here, which just means more to sample later. So I will cap all these as we're chatting. I'll kind of rearrange some stuff here. I'm throwing for a little bit of a loop because usually it's Kelly and I. Tomorrow she's going to help bottle. She's a little shy. Didn't want to be on the stream, which is understandable. I don't think she fully gets the streaming thing and why I do it, but she's a good sport. She's going to be on tomorrow. So that'll be fun. So we got, this is 52. I was wrong, guys. We're going to get, I'm going to say 1 more out of here. So 53 bottles, that's pretty freaking good. We'll see how full we get this last bottle here. So you tip it because the spout on the bottle is about 1 inch up. I need to build a little thing. It's like a bung for the back of the thing. You know what? We could go 1 more. Shit, let's try it. Can we get 54 out of here? Let's give it a go. Let's see how we do here, y'all. Looking at my feet, sorry. I haven't had a batch of 54 bottles in forever, man. That'd be nice. Yep, we're gonna get 54. Holy shit. That's fucking awesome. Yep, we did it. Yay, we did it, y'all! 54 fucking bottles. The rest for me to sample. Set that over there because I'm going to move some stuff here. Close this. Move this bucket over. Bear with me as I move some stuff around here. I want to get ready to... Ooh, how am I going to do that? I got to disconnect this one camera for a sec, so hang on. That connected. Oh, look, it's my feet. There. Alright, so you'll be able to see this. Kevmation, how are you today? You having a good day? You can see we have all of our beer here. I'm going to bring over our capper. And we will cap these and label them all. Yay, sanitizer. We're using gold caps because it's an amber ale. Alright, so I'm going to pull some of these caps out here. Just kind of set them out. So basically this red tool here that I have in my hand, we'll take the caps and we'll kind of crimp the edges of the caps around on the edge of the bottle. They're soaking in sanitizer right now. You can see Kelly watching from the deck as I do this. So there, it's sealed on now, and one down, a bunch to go. So make sure I can see all this stuff here. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of cap these and talk about it. So what we did is we took and we sealed these all. We're going to seal all these up. We added some sugar, and sealing them means that the CO2 that the yeast will produce as they eat the rest of that sugar, it's going to carbonate our beer for us. Usually when you're fermenting, you leave stuff. You want to leave maybe it's like a blow-off tube. You want a way to get the CO2 out. But now we want to seal it and keep it in. Since we do not use kegs or keg, we use our we use science to do it, and we take time. So it's a nice thing is that this has really taught me patience. I am not good at capping. Hopefully you guys are having a nice afternoon. I feel this is a nice idea. I gotta give Backdraft a nice thank you for getting me to do this. Get both days. Gets me out of my comfort zone too, because I'm not really used to doing the bottling day streams. So the nice thing about this is I have about 100 something caps. So if I screw any up, I've got extras. I usually put about 60 in the thing. It's usually pretty good. So it just takes a little bit of arm force to kind of cap them. It's not bad. And then I use just an Avery, just a simple Avery shipping label to kind of there. This is my big playlist on Spotify going. It's really more for me. You guys can have a little bit of background noise, I guess, going, but cool. So usually we have both of us doing this at the same time, and we rip through it pretty quick, which is nice. But I kind of like doing it on my own too. I'm not very good at the capping, as you can kind of see. So, but there. Now I feel like I'm more on camera there. So I cheated again and went to the closer brew shop to get bottles. They're a penny more a case there, but it's like a mile and a half closer. So so it's pretty badass. We actually have 54 labels total. It means I have no extra ones for the cases to mark what they are, but that's alright. I'm not going to complain. It's more beer to drink. Shoot. I probably should shut my face. I think it's... Oh, no. Less stickers. Look at that, you're right above the action there. So we're just kind of crimping the sides down. Hit that. So the cap goes on. The capper just squeezes the edges down around. You can see, kind of watch that, how that happens there. Uh-oh. Almost crimped the cap. Yep. Some more over here. Bring these over. Hi, our kitchen camera. How are you? Just rearranging stuff here as I got space. Figure time now, or it gets too crazy and I start capping stuff. Time filler, filling time. Hit that, yeah. All right, it's rearranged. This is batch 19, I think, for the year, of 39 or 40. Got plenty scheduled. So legally in Illinois, you can, when there's 2 people, you can brew 200 gallons of beer. And we are going to be right at that limit for the year. Figured out I math wrong because I started a batch in December. So that counts for last year. So it saved us a little bit. But I set a goal this year to brew on the weekends that my daughters are not here, which is about half the year. We have some double brew weekends. Only the one double brew day. I don't know that I'll do that again. I guess if something happens, or if I can get help, like have one of my friends or my cousin come over and help, that'd be kind of neat. But I don't think I'm going to do it on my own again, because over 9 hours of brewing is a lot. In a day, so I don't think I'll be doing that again. So we're almost, this is our 30th bottle here. What, 1 case left to go. So we should have just enough caps. I guessed right on the number of caps, I guess, which is cool. So I soaked the caps in sanitizer, just kind of as we're pumping and stuff, getting the beer into the other, from one bucket into the other and off the yeast. I like the idea of that. I'm also realizing again, sorry, that this is the microphone, so I'm talking really loud. Yep. Yes. That's badass looking. Look at that. We made a square fucking cap. Alright. It's a good thing I got extras. Yeah, I'm going to have to tweet a picture of that cat because that is freaking hilarious. So, nice easy day. I feel this is nice. I needed this, I think, today to kind of this stream kind of clear my head. It's been a rough week at work. And yes, doing this is kind of nice. Gets me ready for tomorrow. Oh, you cheeky monkey, you. You almost broke two. Coming down to the end here of the bottling. I don't want none. I don't want none. I don't want none. Actually, I'm kind of digging this cap thing. Maybe we'll have Kelly fill the bottles tomorrow. And I'll cap them, because I feel good about this. I'm liking this. So if you're just joining us, we are bottling our beer, our caramel. Ugh, son of a bitch. We got 54 bottles out of it. It's going to be an 8% beer. The color, again, I'll show it here. It's a nice kind of caramel hue. Very pretty. It's a very pretty beer. It's going to be tasty. After I get these capped, I'll rip through and do the labels on them. And we're going to take some pictures to get them online there and share them on the Instagram and the Twitters. So if you follow us on Twitter or on Instagram, that's cool. So this red thing I'm using is our capper. It basically takes the, if you look at the edges of the cap, they're kind of splayed out there. So what we're going to do is take the capper, crimps those, seals the bottle. We added a little bit of priming sugar, and what that does is the yeast that's still in the beer, we'll eat that, and it will produce CO2 and a little more alcohol, but not a lot. We're more interested in the CO2 production at this point than we are with the and I crushed that one too. Yeah! I killed it. Well, we got a pair of cufflinks now. If you hadn't noticed, I don't really cap these a lot. Kelly does. She'll be on tomorrow's stream. What am I doing there? There's center. I guess I could just... doesn't matter. Alright, 2 more to go, y'all. Sun, shadows on the floor. I kind of like this bottling on my own. This is kind of fun. Usually we do it 2 people, just for timing. But it's kind of fun doing it on my own too. So we got them all capped, which is great. So I'm going to set this kind of off to the side. Clear this stuff off. We're going to pitch these other caps because once they're wet, I don't want to keep using them. So do that without getting the computer wet, hopefully. Oops, a little bit of liquid there. So I'm going to dump this in the sink. And, yeah, let's get these labeled. We'll show the final and we'll go raid somebody maybe. See who's online. I think Sandals is going to be on here in a little bit. So 6 labels a sheet. I'm going to bring these over here. Go out a little bit on that camera angle. So my garbage on top of the garbage can. There's really nothing to labeling. You just try to line them up. Usually bottles have a crease on them. So there we go. There's our Ray's smoked caramel ale. Yeah. So I'm gonna bring bottles all over here. All right. Let's get these labeled. I'm gonna rip through these sheets here. Our love is the sweetest thing. One week, nigga, man, maintain. That's the power of love. Yeah. So yeah, we did it. We got it bottled, which is nice. Made a nice pair of bottle cap cufflinks. Cufflinks, it looks like. So. Don't take money. Don't take fame. Don't need to work hard to ride this train. So, up the damaged ones in the back, which is great. Might just save your lives. That's the power of love. Thanks for joining the fun today. I appreciate the company while I'm bottling. It's always fun kind of sharing this experience. I'll have to find Backdraft and thank him. I'm glad he suggested doing this. This is fun. It's a good idea. So tomorrow we'll be back at 10 a.m. to do this again, but with two of us. It'll be a little faster. Probably some more banter, a little wittier, which would be nice. Banter and wit are always good. So thank you guys for hanging out. I think it's cool that Calistraza is brewing beer and watching me bottle beer. It's kind of full circle there on that process, which is fun. Man, the ABV I printed on the labels is off. I assumed it was going to be lower. So on brew day, I think I'm also going to be transferring the the Riding with Biden or Blood Orange Wits. I'm going to transfer that to secondary with some more hops and some more orange peel, some blood orange peel for a week, and we'll let those kind of age and condition with those and add some more flavors. So that'll be fun. We'll do that during brew day while it's a little slower. So a little more to do during brew day, which is nice. So we'll add that in, but we're going to do the Danish lager, and we'll call it secondary. We're going to transfer to secondary, a secondary fermenter, the blood orange wit. So we'll do that, and then I don't think we have the bottle next weekend yet. We don't. We have to transfer the double brew day stuff. Let's see, we brewed that the 8th. So that's what I'm doing the 31st. That Monday the 31st, when we get back from out of town that afternoon, I'm going to stream transferring both of those to secondary. We'll add in some coffee beans and stuff, and yeah. And then yeah, we'll do our brew chats. I think the 27th. That brew chat is going to be from our vacation. We're going to go to the brewery that we're close to, that we're going to go hang out at and do tasting. And if they're cool with it, we'll stream. I don't want to do it and have them get upset or anything. So yeah, just labeling. So yeah.
Under that cord here,
Just kind of hanging out, getting some labels on. You can go in there if you want. There's more room there. Just use the bed. Got a baby in the house. He's going to get a diaper change. So we're getting, let's see, about a third of the way through all these, getting them labeled. Oh, PT Barpun! I see a PT. How are you? I got the FTL to work in the kitchen. So we're labeling our bottles here, PT. We got them all in label, so we're getting them labeled. It's going to be an 8% beer. Stronger than we thought. The color, let's show you the color here. See if it works in this camera. Kinda, I like this one better up here. No, this one's kind of up at the light. No worries. So we got our caramel ale here. It's very smoky. Hey, delay works. But Mr. Backdraft talked me into doing this stream today and tomorrow. So this bottling day is solo. Tomorrow Kelly will be on and help. Yeah, these are a pretty one. I tried to put it on screen too because it's kind of hard to see with all the light coming in here. But yeah, we actually ended up with 54 bottles. We haven't had 54 of a beer in a while, so I'm pretty stoked. That means more for tasting and testing. So, thanks. This is these arms. I don't know if I've shown these arms. Like they're like, let's see if this works here. But like it's just like a lamp arm. It's fantastic. I got them on Amazon for like 15 bucks. But it just clamps onto the bar top and yeah, back up. Can you give him a shout out? Because he deserves a follow. Like this is his idea for doing this. Thank you, by the way, too. Speaking of Ray, she's going crazy and running all around. So yeah, PT. So we're gonna do bottle our Mexican lager, Adios Muchachos, tomorrow at 10, and then Friday I'll brew. But I'm also gonna transfer the 4th of July beer that we did. We can talk about getting a couple there off stream. Let's hit me up on Discord. We got a few we can maybe do. I'm sending Empty Bacon a couple, and Backdraft's gonna get a couple too. So, but brew day, we're gonna do a Danish lager. Casper, the Friendly Dutchman. I don't know if you've seen him around. He watches a lot. He sent me a recipe for a Danish lager, and it looks really good. Thank you. I like this shirt. It's Amazon. So we're gonna secondary the blood orange wit on Friday when we brew, and then our mobile stream, our brew chat on Thursday. We're gonna do from Door County. We're gonna do what we taste beer at the one brewery up in Door County. If they let us, I gotta ask them when we get up there. They're probably gonna look at us all crazy. It's crazy city folk from Chicago wanting to stream and drink our beer. I mean, I'm gonna buy their beer and stuff, but so yeah. And then we get back that Monday the 31st, our double brew day beers that we did, the white stout and the black IPA. We're going to I'm gonna transfer those to secondary on stream. So this I'm excited for this beer. This is it's got a nice smoky kind of maltiness to it. I didn't know if this is gonna turn out, but it's really, really good. So usually we have casts of like 4s on bottling day. The girls kind of help with labels, but they're out in the backyard because it's gorgeous out. Kelly's hanging out with them and with her sister. We have a vacation coming up the end of August. We're going to Hilton Head with her parents for to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary. So they're planning a night of shenanigans and stuff for them. So Kelly will be on tomorrow morning at 10 when we do the Adios Muchachos beer. And I'm sure it'll be funny. She's a little nervous. So she'll probably sit by the keyboard and just hit the Kelly command the whole time. So bottling usually goes a little quicker because there's 2 of us, but yes, Ray is our dog. Ray, come here. Come here, Ray. Hold on here. Let's get Ray on camera here. Come here, baby. Sit. So that is Ray. There she is. She's our retriever mix. We don't know what she's mixed with, but she's a sweet, sweet dog. Let's give Ray some camera time as long as she sits there. Let's see how long she stays. She's probably going to go back to the back door. So she's a rescue dog. She originally came from a shelter in Lexington. Kelly, come in. So Ray's having no more of that, so she's going to go. So let's go over here. We'll show the cool camera angle of the bottles. Oh, yeah. need it to work. There, let's do that. She's a very sweet girl. She has irritable bowel disease, so she has a very strict diet. Otherwise, she has the poops, and not the good kind. She's a very sweet dog. She thinks she's a lap dog, and she also, like, if you run or if you're outside or you get a good sweat going, she's a kisser and she likes the salt, I think, and she follows you around, kind of licking your legs and stuff, and it's a lot. How do you forget your own commands? So these, I'm excited for this. I think my favorite part of home brewing is, I mean, I want to be a brewer, and I'll get there. But packaging it, like the designer in me, I love doing design work. I majored in architecture and getting to design stuff and do cool stuff like these labels and stuff. I love doing it. And most of our beers, for those that don't know, are named after silly things, or we use silly things that Kelly says. That's why we have a Kelly command. Yay, no delay. I had to run, I got a 100-foot Cat 5 cable, and I ran it from the modem because I figured out that had to be what it was, because I had the same settings, and it's just the Wi-Fi. My computer derps out on the Wi-Fi. So, but I like having no delay. So I didn't try Sound Request today with it, so I've got my songs going on my little Bluetooth speaker off my tablet. So my goals are, I want to add another camera in here, I think. My goal is up here.
You're excited. Feel these nipples.
I am. What do you think about dinner? Do you like the freshened up look too, by the way? What do you think? One of the things I want to do though is get a camera up here looking down, and we'll call that the actual pot cam, like looking straight down at the pot. But let me know what you think about the layout too. I just kind of tried to freshen up a little bit and make it look neat. Have some fun with it. Kelly's not a fan of the borders around the cameras. I kind of like them. I think they help. Anyway. Yeah, that's my favorite animated GIF that there is. Kelly thinks we should record our own, and I think I'm going to, is record our own and put it back there. I think that'd be kind of fun too, to make it completely ours.
Dude, I'm not gonna cave in. End of story, dude.
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 Dude. Dude. Dude. Dude. Dude.
Dude.
Dude.
Good point.
I guess you've got a point.
That comes from the movie Basketball. If you have not seen it, the guys that made South Park did Basketball. It's a stupid movie. I love stupid comedies, and it is one of my favorite. PT, you should. It is a great movie. I think we talked about this one of the brew days. I don't know if you were in here for that conversation, but they make up a game. It's baseball with basketball rules. So, yeah. I got 5 left to do here, and then, I don't know, should I keep the stream going while I'm cleaning? And kind of show that part of the process, too? I'm kind of thinking I might. 4 more. So, I'll show you the bottom of the bucket, PT, since you came in. I'll show you what it looks like. The bottom of the bucket has the yeast where it was fermenting. Alright, cool, yeah, we'll do that. Maybe I'll move the tablet over by the sink. It's waterproof, so I can sit there and I can kind of see chat then. And keep talking, even though my back will be turned to the cameras. By the way, PT, you have to look up El Rude. I'm going to give him a shout out. He has the coolest thing. He does cooking as well. He's a baker. His stream yesterday morning, he has a strobe light underneath the sink, and it goes like red. It's like rainbow colored, and it just flashes. And he calls it dish hype, and it's amazing. And it brought me so much joy yesterday. It is so freaking cool. It's his stream. Like, I watch all these cooking streams, like Kella Straza. I think she's still in here. She also cooks. They have 7 cameras in their kitchen, and it's freaking great. Nice. Hello, GSX8. How you doing? We just finished bottling and labeling. You can see our little army of minions here of bottles. We ended up with 54 bottles. Oh, that's a cool camera angle. Someone do me a favor and grab me a screen grab here in a second when I get this up. Oh, come on. Why are you not stuck? There we go. You have to be smarter than the camera. There. Look at the beer. It's so pretty. I could just stop fucking with it. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. A little camera arm issue. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Cool. So, yeah, now, hit it. Wait, hold on, one more. Let me make a face. So, we used this nice little capper machine here. I'll show this. Thank you. So this is our capper, and it's just basically a little magnet there, and it crimps the side of the bottle caps down because we want to seal those. But I'm gonna make these into cufflinks. I think they're so bad. They're little damaged little caps. These are the two that I snatched up. It looks like the Incredible Hulk just ripped them open. So yeah, we made an 8% beer called Raised Smoked Caramel. This is the color. It's nice and nice caramely color. It's got, you smell the smokiness on it. We got 54 bottles, which is great. Usually we get 50. It's warm and flat, but you can already tell it's pretty good. Yes, good. Yeah, this is a very pretty beer. This is one of the very, this is our first stream. This beer here. This is the first beer that we did on stream. Yes, I must ask you a question. This is our tasting glass, so you'll see it again tomorrow. But this beer was the first one that we streamed on Mixer. This is our first brew day, our first live stream on Mixer. So that's kind of neat. I'm pretty stoked about that. I didn't know, I couldn't decide on which one to do the bottling stream for, and then Backdraft was like, do both. So we did. So I'm going to show this. This is our bucket, the fermenter it was in. If you look at the bottom here, all that gunk down there, see if it'll pick it up here, if I bring it, come on Dan, aim right. That's the yeast that we used, that we added. And you see the ring there around the top of the bucket? So it's called trube now at the bottom, but the yeast, when it ferments, this ring here, when beer is fermenting, it forms, the yeast forms what's called a krausen at the top of the bucket like this. And you know it's time to bottle when that krausen falls and the yeast settles at the bottom. So, yeah. I think now all we have to do is clean, so why don't I set that one camera up, I'll leave the one on the bottles, and I'll kind of talk to the one behind me there. I'll turn this one a little toward the sink more.
And that's how it came to pass, that on the second to last day of the job, the convict crew that tarred the plate factory roof in the spring of '49,
Alright, you guys kind of
sitting in a row at 10 o'clock in the morning, drinking icy cold Bohemian style beer, courtesy of the hardest screw that ever walked a turn in Shawshank State Prison.
Pick up while it's cold, ladies.
The colossal prick even managed to sound animal.
Take it off, dickhead. I'm serious.
Richard,
I love that movie. Alright. So let me clean stuff. I'll come back and we'll chat. Yeah, I banged the pot. Alright. You guys got a little bit of tunage there. Let me go clean some stuff real quick, alright? GS, yeah, I miss him so much. He was so hilarious. God, you got bottles, you can spin them, have some fun with them. Let me clean this stuff real quick. I'll talk as I'm cleaning. So, I'll show the parts that are on the bottle. This is our airlock. It's 3 pieces. Basically, you fill it full of sanitizer or vodka up to there. The bobber sits in there, and then CO2 escapes. It kind of bounces it. So that's that. It's 3 pieces. The bad thing is that it's hard to find when you put it in the sanitizer. So I wash before and after, just because I like to be double safe. Once you have an infected beer, you don't want to have that happen again. So.
I am the smartest man alive!
See, yes, you clean twice and you're smart. So, I've got my bin of sanitizer here on the ground next to me. That's this big, I'll show you here in a minute. Tubing and stuff. The tubing gets stiff. The warm water makes it soft and malleable. So what's nice about bottling day, it goes so fast and it's so easy, which I like. My favorite of the, work-wise, it's my favorite of the days to do. Because I get to be creative and I'm packaging the beer, and it's not as much cleaning and stuff at the end. It doesn't take so long, and I like that a whole lot. So, we've got the 2 buckets mainly to wash, and they'll go fairly quickly. The one with the yeast will take a little longer, but we'll get that done pretty quick. I spilled on my dirt shirt. Oh no. So, using the buckets are nice. Usually, they're easier to use. Oh, nice. Yes, mod away. Have fun. So this is our bottling bucket. Before I take this off, I'll show you. Bottling bucket here. That's our spout. We attach a bottling wand to it. It's got a hole in it. It's always important to make sure this spout is closed. Otherwise, you spill beer all over the floor, and that sucks. So I'm just kind of taking this down, breaking it down, and washing it. The next thing is you can kind of go quick, which is great.
The following is a public service announcement. Excess of alcohol consumption can cause liver damage and cancer of the rectum.
Rectum damn near killed him. I love that Homer quote. Bottling day. I kind of like these weekends where I bottle twice in a weekend. It's always fun. So we're just finishing up here, bottling everything, getting it done. Looks like all the troops are coming back in from outside. So rinsing here. I have 1 bucket left. I'm gonna spray this down. Yep. Kaylin just came in. She got a little bit off camera. I don't know if she's on there. Maybe she is. I mean, look at the camera's here. Nope, just me. So we're still on, so you know. Alright, that's done. Everything okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Yep. Everybody's in. Kelly, Penny, and Kaylin are in. You guys want to go on camera? Say hi? Yeah? There, hold on. Give me a second.
Wait, Kelly.
Shh, hey, come here. Over here. Penny, come here. Here. It's going to be safe. That's Kaylin.
Hi.
She's 4.5. Here comes Penny, the loud one. Come on. There's Penny. She's 8 and a goof. Alright, you guys go play. Go play. Go
to
play.
Penny's room and play.
Go to Penny's room and play.
Can we have a reference or no?
Sure.
No.
Yeah, she's a goof.
No, we're not. Yes.
No.
Go play Legos.
We'll play upstairs for a while.
Alright, let me finish washing this other bucket and we'll chat.
Beer.
Beer. I'll be down here in a few, Cal. I'm gonna wash and then we're gonna wait
Shame
for
on you.
Ugh, gunk. neighbor's child has wandered up to our balcony, to our deck. That's weird. She's just kind of hanging out. How come the girls don't want
We
to
got no food, we got no jobs.
Oh.
Our pets hate us all out.
They were busy. Oh, they were. No, they were fine.
I think I know what you mean. Last bucket, guys. Gotta scrub it. This one takes a little longer to scrub because it's been sitting for a month with beer in it. So, I'm gonna say some words. I got some stuff I kind of whipped up. I'm gonna say the words and say the things, give you some knowledge. Oh, and their dog, the neighbor's dog is up here too on our balcony. That's super weird. Alright, and washing is done. Let's bring this over. That should be hooked up on the edge of that.
I'm sorry.
I had that up there.
Oh, it's fine.
Alright. Well, okay, it's a deck, I guess. It's our deck. Hi. So, yeah. This is the first beer that we did on Mixer together. No, it's a little weird dog. And now the baby's like knocking on our sliding glass door.
She is?
She's standing right there. It's weird. So our pet's heads are falling off. Yeah, I think she does want some beer. She's only 1.5. So actually, you know what? Let's do that. I'm getting a beer. I don't know what I have. Something quick. Oh, son of a monkey. I do have one. So this is going to be not one of my own for this, so. Yeah, she did. She wants a bottle. Alright. I want a bottle. Holy crap. So, let's do a cheers. If you got one, drink if you got one. If you're over 21, drink responsibly. Yeah. This is not one of my own, but it's also a pineapple beer and it's summery. But, we started streaming June 18th, I think. 17th, right? 17th. This is the first one that we did. Yeah, this is a pineapple ale, which we'll be trying our own. It's a Greenwood Beach ale with pineapple. It's a blonde ale with pineapple. We have a pineapple Hefeweizen we will be trying next Thursday in our brew chat, 3 p.m. Central. Join the fun. But I want to say, started streaming June 17th. This is the first beer that we streamed. This is the first stream that we did. So we've now come full circle. We've completed a batch on stream, which is nice. So I want to thank everyone who's kind of been here and helped the whole way. Like PT Barbun, you've helped get me set up. You answered a lot of my noob questions. Thank the Creative Mix team for letting me be a part of that. But cheers, y'all. Now, let's talk about who should we go raid? Somebody give me someone to raid. Let's go raid and pass this on. This has been fun today. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 to bottle Adios Bichachos. And I will wear my Adios Bichacho shirt. For that, Kelly might wear a Brew shirt, I don't know.
I just watched.
Oh, here, let me borrow that real quick. So, this is our Pineapple Hefeweizen. The show's Psych. It's called Psych Out Pineapple Hefeweizen, and it's really good. It's good. Kelly was right. I was wrong about it. They're making a movie, and it'll be out in December. What?
I said I'm always right.
You are always right. Yeah, PT, they're going to have a movie in December, a Psych movie. I can't wait. So, cheers. Let's find somebody to raid though before we call it quits here. Let's see. Someone who doesn't have a lot of stuff. Ooh, Stylith or Nerd Dad? Stylith or Nerd Dad, y'all. Don't watch me play? Oh, Nerd Dad. Let's do Nerd Dad. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna host him in a sec. And when I stop the stream and host him, let's what do we call it? Let's say brew raid with a beer. that'll be our raid tag. All right. So get ready to raid. Let's go give Nerd Dad some love. All right. Copy that. I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you guys for being here. Y'all are awesome. Yep. I'm gonna call it Firebot now. Thank you guys. This has been nice. This has been fun. So I'm gonna end the stream. Let's get over to see Nerd Dad. Here's his link. Can't. Nerd Dad. Boom. Let's thanks. Here we go. I'm gonna cut this off and we'll go raiding. Let's go raiding, y'all!